I am Ashley Harriott. I'm a Black woman at third year at Emory Medical School, and this is my elevated story. Honestly, the first thing that I ever thought about being was a doctor because my dad is an OBGYN in Kingston, Jamaica. And I feel like that early exposure to medicine, like as a little kid, you want to be like your parents. So I had no concept of what a doctor actually did besides like my dad's a doctor and he helps people. And, that's very true about doctors. As I've gone older, I've learned that, but, doctors do way more than that. But at least when I was younger, that was what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a doctor just like my dad. I feel like going into college, I had an idea that I wanted to go into medicine, but I wasn't completely sold. Um, and not for any reasons because I didn't think that I would be a good doctor. I just wasn't completely sure if this was what I wanted to commit my life to. And I had worked as like a counselor for a summer program for low income youth in the south end of Boston. For a while, I was considering maybe doing nonprofit work because that's a amazing way to give back to the community as well. And I knew that was something that was on my list of priorities that I wanted to give back in whatever career that I chose. But I think in combination of doing my minor in global health and health policy and like learning about the social determinants of health and seeing the impact that you can make with an MD, I just felt like that was the route that I wanted to take. Medicine is a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. When I was applying to medical school, I think I remember spending like $5,000 on applications. That's just like a rough estimate off the top of my head, but it really adds up. Just not even once you get into medical school, but the process of applying is really expensive, and the second look weekends, and like coming, you see the price of tuition that goes up every year. It can be very overwhelming. Um, I will say at times I was really asking myself, is this what you want to do? Because this is a really big price tag for a dream, but a dream is a dream, and I knew that I wouldn't be happy doing anything else. So I went ahead and I did it, but the price tag is definitely there, and Elevate Med helps a lot with that. So I'm very grateful. The COVID-19 pandemic has definitely, I think for a lot of people as well, opened our eyes to how much politics plays into every aspect of our lives, but especially in healthcare. And I think now more than ever, um, I feel very passionate about being involved in politics and like lobbying for things that are going to affect our patients. I think if we had had better infrastructure prior to this pandemic, it would not have had such a large scale negative impact on so many people in our country. And just really making sure that your voice is heard on a local, but also national level. And a lot of this will help to inform policies that can really save lives. I feel like having a father that practices medicine outside of the US has given me a very unique experience, a very unique perspective on how medicine is practiced and what kind of needs patients have. And that's been a huge reason why I've been interested in global health since I was young, and why I decided to minor in college, and why even now I'm interested in pursuing global health as a part of my career in the future. And I really, really hope to get back to the Caribbean at some point. And whatever specialty that I choose, I really hope to make an impact and like provide sustainable resources for the country so they can also have high quality healthcare provided to their patients. So, to be a part of the Elevate Med scholarship program means the absolute world to me. I feel like I was welcomed into a community with wide open arms, to be supported, to be around people who look like me, and just to be around like-minded people who are trying to make an impact in medicine, increase diversity, support students who are going along this path to try to make something of themselves. So, I just feel really honored to be a scholar and be a part of this community. Well, I want to say a really, really big thank you to everyone who's donated to Elevate Med. It means the absolute world to not only me, but my family as well, since I feel like this journey into medicine has been a community of people supporting me. And I just want to say how grateful I am that this has given me a sigh of relief in terms of a financial burden, but also I've been welcomed into a community that is really willing to like push me forward. And I can't even there's not words to explain how much that's meant to me.